Hi, it's Jan Schlimmer of Vivid Snowboarding. Thank you for tuning in. I want to talk to you guys today about nose presses and tail presses. This will be one of the first tricks that you're going to progress through after you've done your ollies and your 180s. It's a great park trick that you can apply to both the park and just regular piste riding. A trick that gets better over time and a trick that always especially looks good. Now the way to get into this is, the trick is that you place your weight over the nose of the tail. If you've seen people do this, you might think that it's going to be just a matter of hanging over the nose of the tail. In a way it is, but you want to be very specific about where you place your center of gravity and how you move it downwards towards the binding as well, to lock it in and to keep yourself steady. We'll work on a few demos. So a great way to get into this trick is doing it statically. That means you can do it on the spot, in snow, in grass, in your living room. Doesn't really matter. As long as there's a surface for you to put your board on, you can actually work on this. Now the real trick is, and I'll show you what I personally do for my nose presses, rather than just hanging forward or backward, in my case being a regular left foot forward, is I try to drop myself down onto the side of the board that I want to press onto. So if I'm going to go into a nose press, I'm going to build the pressure up on my back foot, which then propels me forward to my front foot. I then drop down and push my weight downwards towards the binding. So my center of gravity lowers. So I'm not just hanging forward, I'm actually popping onto that front foot, slightly shifting the board underneath me, so that as my pressure comes down, that board is locked in that position and the tail is up. It'll look something like this. Now note that as I come back off, the board will shift itself back underneath me. That's kind of the goal that you want to go for. You pop off one foot, pull the board underneath you, land on the side that you want to press on, pop back off and let the board land straight underneath you with the weight between the bindings. So once you've started doing this in your flat position and you get used to where to actually place that weight, the next step would be doing this in a slide. You want to find you a nice flat section. It's got some slope to it, that it's a consistent speed, but it doesn't accelerate. So anything with a moderate sort of tilt is going to help you for this. And a good place right here, I'll show you how to get it done. You want to think about popping off your back leg into that locked position under the front foot. Now the tail press works exactly the same way, but obviously to load yourself up on the tail, sometimes it can be easy to just lob a nollie off the front foot. So as you pop off the front foot, that sets your upper body back into a back footed position, and from there all you have to do is pull up that nose, which you're probably a lot more comfortable with being it's your back foot. So from there, nollie, back foot, and pop back out when you're ready. I'll show you here. Okay guys, so in conclusion, so the bullet points that you want to try and keep from this is that you focus on a few things, not just shifting your weight forwards or backwards, but also think about bringing that center of gravity down onto your binding so you can really lock into that position and keep your stability when you're doing it. That's one. The other is try not to shift your weight forward or back too much, so you don't put any pressure necessarily onto the toe edge or the heel edge. You want to keep it nice and flat based and give yourself a nice wide area to lean on. And other than that, keep practicing, enjoy it, and like everything, practice makes perfect. Enjoy. Let's go.